Welcome to another episode of Roll Up a Power Up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. Alright, so this one gonna be about how my big homie married his homie mother. I know, right? Alright, so let's get it started. Okay. So my big homie, I done told y'all about this, before. If you watch my live, I told y'all how the live was about how my big homie got my first love pregnant. You know what I'm saying? With that live, pretty much explain this type of person, and this is the person that I'm talking about. The person that I'm talking about is named Jamie, one of my big homies from my hood. Jamie was a dope dealer. You know what I'm saying? He had my first love before I did. You know what I'm saying? My first love was a woman in the hood that was black and Indian. She was young. We was all young. We like 16, 17. He like 26, 27. He got like a good 10 years on us. But he was a drug dealer, and girl was exotic in the hood. Everybody was trying to get her, but couldn't nobody get her but him because he was the big drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? So he was with my first love first. Well, they wasn't together too long. They broke up. They broke up. I ended up getting with her. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that happened. Now, with the guy Jamie I'm talking about, he was dealing so many drugs. He was making so much money. He was living a life. You know what I'm saying? Now, his homie named Shane, which is my big homie from my block, Shane went to prison. He had got like 10 years in prison. You know what I'm saying? This back then. He had got like 10 years in prison, right? Shane and Jamie, best friends like this. You know what I'm saying? So Jamie knew Shane mama, Shane family, all that. Shane knew Jamie mama, Jamie family. They boys. You know what I'm saying? Just like me and you. Me and you boys, I know your people, you know my people, and then you get locked up and I go off with your mama. That's how this story is about to go. You know what I'm saying? So, Jamie, he out here getting money. He flipping women left and right. He in and out of cars, wearing all type of suits, brand new clothes. He living life. You know what I'm saying? Well, Shane mama was older at the time. Like I said, Jamie was like in his mid-20s. So Shane mama was probably like early 50s at the time, late 40s, early 50s, something like that. Well, what happened? Jamie getting all his money, he feeling himself. He out here doing the motherfucking thing. Now, moms, Shane moms, she don't got nothing to do. She older, bossed up, you know what I'm saying, living her best life, doing shit how she want to. So she don't got no job, she ain't tied to nothing. So she in the hood with us. You know what I'm saying? She got her Benz and all of that shit. But she older than all of us. You know what I'm saying? So basically, she like the show off mama, pretty much. She just in the hood showing off. You know what I'm saying? One of her sons in prison. You know what I'm saying? She got the rest of the hood that back her and fuck with her, so she comfortable. You know what I'm saying? She pull up in the Benz in the hood, and she come sit on the porch, drink, smoke, talk shit with us, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Shane mama was a part of the program. You feel me? Well, Shane mama seeing Jamie do his motherfucking thing out here, and mind you, that's her son best friend, but she caught up in the infatuation of Jamie being that nigga. She started digging Jamie. She flirting with him. He started flirting back. Mind you, this is man's mama. You know what I'm saying? But his man's mama throwing him to play, and his man's is in prison. Well, Jamie jumped on it. You know what I'm saying? He jumped on it. They was messing around, secretly at first. But we a hood. We all know what the fuck be going on. So we watched them doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? We looking at them like, y'all is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Then it got to a point where they was hugging each other. We seeing them hugging each other. And then it went from him jumping in her car and pulling off with her. So when that stuff started happening, we like, yeah, they fucking. You know what I'm saying? Well, after so long, Shane mama, started getting attached to him, and she just let it out. Like, yeah, fuck it, we together, we doing the damn thing. I don't care what nobody think. She stopped hanging out in the hood with us and everything, cause she had got her a nice house out in the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? So she wasn't living in the hood with us. She had just come to the hood with us. But when she got with Jamie, she said, you know what, fuck y'all. She let us know that they was real, and she stopped coming around after that. So next thing you know, you just started seeing Jamie pulling up in her Benz. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, he took over real quick, and she was in love. Like, it was sad. You know what I'm saying? So the other homies like, what the fuck you on? This your man's mama, and you only doing this because he in prison. You know, what type of time you on? You know what I'm saying? He like, man, I don't give a fuck. Woo, woo. Shane in that bitch, blah, blah, blah. Nigga, I'm getting money. I do what I want, blah, blah, blah. Like, he had the big head. You know what I'm saying? So the guys talking to Shane while he in prison, they like, look, bro, Jamie out here fucking with your mama. You know what I'm saying? Man, that shit hurt him to his heart. You feel me? I done been on the phone with Shane a couple of times, and I done heard it in his voice. You can hear his voice cracking. Like, my man's is with my mama. What you mean? You know what I'm saying? His best friend, not just a nigga he know. His best friend is with his mama. You know what I'm saying? While he in prison. Like, it was bogus. You know what I'm saying? And in prison, everything being recorded. So you got to talk in codes. So basically, the codes that he was talking in, he like, yeah, I'm going to get that nigga when I get out. You know what I'm saying? So we pushing the word to Jamie. Like, hey, look, Shane still got a couple more years, but you said when he get out, he on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Jamie don't give a fuck. He not sending Shane nothing. He ain't fucking with him. None of that. So now Shane calling his mama. The fuck you doing with Jamie? You know what I'm saying? So they back and forth argue. It got to a point where she stopped talking to him because he was always on her ass. So with them closing Shane out the case, Jamie and the mama got married. I don't know how it happened. They must did some Las Vegas type shit or something, but they got married. You know what I'm saying? They showed us the pictures and everything. And we young, so we don't know nothing about how the Vegas marriages and all that stuff go. So I'm thinking that's where they went. But who knows? They could have did something here in Michigan or what, I don't know, But they did get married. You know what I'm saying? When that happened, we was like, yeah, they going way too far. It was one thing when they was just fucking around, but now they married. Like, come on, man. So with that being said, they was living their best life. They doing their thing. They ain't give a fuck what nobody was thinking. Everybody stopped fucking with them. But Jamie was just going up in the ranks. You know what I'm saying? So he really ain't care. Well, what'd he do? What most hood niggas do. Retreat back to hood shit. So Jamie's still in the hood selling drugs, riding around in new Benz. What happened? He run into a couple of hood rats. He fucking on them. Come to find out, these damn hood rats is plants. The grandma planted these damn hood rats on him. Damn, I'm saying the grandma, the mama. She was like a grandma to us because she was way older, you know what I'm saying? But she was just a mama at that time. Well, she planted the hood rats because, of course, word was getting around that Jamie was out here doing his thing in her car. So basically, she planted these hood rats on him, and it worked. You know what I'm saying? They was recording them and everything, and he ain't give a fuck. He be high on drugs and all type of shit. So basically, when mama, got the word from the hood rat plants, she had broke up with him. You know what I'm saying? They got divorced and all that shit. So that shit didn't last long. It probably was like a year or some shit like that, But it was perfect timing anyway. because Shane was on his way home at that time. And Shane would have came home today, it would have been a problem. So, long story short on all that, by the time Shane got out, Jamie was good and gone out the way because he knew that Shane was going to come for him. And it ruined their friendship. They was best friends, you know what I'm saying? And now, you know, Shane don't look at his mama the same, and, you know, he ain't seen his boy ever since. You know, it's fucked up out here in the streets like that. But, you know, some people don't got no loyalty to you, man. It's another reason why going to prison ain't cool, because your same people will turn on your ass to fuck with each other while you're gone. Be careful with who you being loyal to, because that same person will stab your ass in the back as soon as you turn around. It's sad, but it's the truth, man. Guard yourself. Be real with who you are. Don't be loyal to nobody but you and yours. It's been another episode of Roll Up a Poet. So get your blunts rolled and your drink.